Friday, and that can only mean one thing, something brand new for you all. Today is our one-day special at 1 p.m. Friday, as always. So welcome to the channel, everyone. My name is Toni Darroch, and this is the How to Craft Network Studios, where we just aspire to share the love of craft with you, with the world, okay? So if you are brand new to our channel, please click that subscribe button, give us a thumbs up, some heart emojis, some comments, and let's just share the love and the community. For our crafting hobbies, I hope you're all well. We have a lovely stamp set for you all today. Now today, we have our reflection stamp. Now, I was going to team it with some new papers, but I felt like you have enough papers. So it's just the wee stamp today, and it's our reflection collection stamp set. Now, super affordable for you all. So if sometimes you're watching every Friday, it's going to be a £30, £40, £50, whatever bundles it's going to be. Today, it's just one stamp. So if you want to invest, you totally can. Now, I have a few bits and pieces on the counter as well, some reduced items too to build our show, and some things that will work incredibly well with, and some back in stock items for you all as well. Now, if you are watching on my-telly.com, welcome everyone. I can't see your comments, but welcome if you are watching on your TVs at your home addresses. And if you are in the app or on our social medias, welcome everyone. Now you can shop the show, it's all underneath on the website. We will pop a QR code up at some point for you, hopefully. But today is just another wonderful Friday, right? So I've got my blazer on. It is cold. It's cold, guys. I hope you're all staying warm and cozy best that you can. We are expecting more snow, I believe. So let's start with our first item. Such a great stamp set. This one a little bit different to what we've seen in the past. This is Friends. Let me just have a look at this one a second. Yeah, I thought it was. Before I said it, I thought I better just correct myself. Friends Forever. And this is that lovely community of dancers, a bit like our crafty habits, right? And it's the reflection system. And we also have a cute girl in there as well, just throwing glitter everywhere, which is wonderful, right? So it is that wonderful reflection. You all know reflection collection. You all know how the system works. But look at these papers here. Now, none of these papers are for sale today, brand new. You've all got them. So if you buy the stamp, you know you can dig out your stash and be creative immediately. I do have some other papers in the show too that will work with. If you don't have those and you want to invest in those, of course you can. But the stamp just works with or without the papers. You just stamp it in black and you are literally good to go. And our reflection collection gives you that sort of realism with that reflection. So cool, right? You all love reflection collection. And I know, because I always give early access to our newsletters, and I already know how well the show's going to do just from when you all open your newsletters and buy. So I know this is going to be a wonderful, wonderful show. So it is that reflection system. It has 3 large stamps, the sentiments in there, and you can see from some of the lovely samples on there what you're going to be able to create. Look at that. I think this has to be my favourite card, and this one's done by Karen. So magical, so beautiful, and it's just the stamp, and all she's done is use a really light grey colour. Look at that. That looks so telling me a massive story. Love it, love it, love it. But you can see in jet black how you can create those wonderful scenes. They're like the street dancers that you see in London and things like that, aren't they? And then maybe team it up with your embossing folders just at the bottom there, as if she's throwing confetti around in the wind as well. So the item code for this one, 240424I, $18.99. If you are in the club, that's brilliant. You'll get an extra 5% off. And if you have your points, then you're going to get it for a little steal. And that's just to say thank you for being a repeat customer for Stamps by Me. Now, let's just move these down because I'll leave a little bit of space. I'm not going to open these. I'll show you them when we get to the other side. But we have our Disco Fever paper pad. We do have a few of these. I've reduced these today for you, these two. These will work awesome with these dancers. So we have Disco Fever, which is that wonderful scene with the glitter balls, the dance floors and things, will work amazingly for this one as well. So I've reduced this to $12.99. 38 of you have this in your basket already. I thought you might. If you didn't get the other collection, you might have not got the papers either. So they're going to work really well with this one. So the item number for this one is 161023 Alpha. Normally $18.99, today $12.99. Now, Another set of papers. Now you're probably thinking, Halloween with dance? Well, the backgrounds are so cool and atmospheric that you can build them in. And I've got them open at the other side, so I will show you. But you're going to be able to stamp these dancers onto any of these papers and create really unique cards, which makes me very happy. So we've got teenagers, any dancers, or anybody who just loves a unique card that you wouldn't normally get from anywhere else. So this one's the Creepy Chronicles. Now, our papers are all uncoated. So you can stamp onto them, you can emboss onto them. You really can get those looks. They go through your embossing folders perfectly as well, and you can sand them back. So the item number for this is 020424 Alpha. And again, I've reduced that from $18.99 to today, $12.99. So you got some little steals and deals in here as well today. Now, moving on. Reflection Collection isn't brilliant without our stencils, right? You know, we like to stamp in the stencil, outside the stencil. Let's have a look at our stylized stencils here. So I've popped these two on the counter. So you have your wonderful circle and you have your wonderful star. What's cute about these is the centers remaining. So you can use them as masks if you want to. So we have the star and the circle. And if you just do a touch of ink inside these and stamp the dancers inside, you have some beautiful cards. And I've seen all the samples. Probably most of you have got these ones. So the item number for this is 290824 Alpha. And I am going to demo these as well, guys. So, because I'm dying to use these particular stamps. I haven't used them since we went to Vegas because we had samples of them in Vegas. And I'm dying to get my hands on these again. So the star and the circle there, $12.99 for both. So you get both. It's not a choice of, you get both of those in there. So moving down the counter, I have the, what have you all been waiting for? The envelope and box maker, right? A tool that you didn't realize you needed, right? You've all told me this. You've all got boards from other companies, but this is just so simple in design, creates amazing boxes. You've seen me do them over and over and over, from a little Ferrero Rocher box right to a box that you can fit socks and pants and ties and all sorts of good stuff in, right? This landed last week or the week before with our big die cutting machines, and I've loaded this on because you were all saying I want to make my boxes for Christmas. I've clicked the notify me button. So here it is. It's back in stock. For how long? No idea. 119 of you have this in your basket. Now, I'm not going to demo this, but I do have two very short videos, and I'm going to show you live in this show that this is the tool. And you know me, I will never tell you to buy something unless I know you're absolutely going to use it. And last year, a lot of you saw this and thought, I don't need it, until I demoed it. This has been utilised by me, my son. The boxes we made last year, and honestly, it's going to encourage you to use your 12 by 12 papers that you all keep stroking and buying your 8 by 8 papers. It really is a simple tool to create the most amazing gift boxes and envelopes to coordinate with your cards. So if you have those luxurious papers that are patterned on both sides and you really want to give somebody that extra special treat or gift, then this is a tool that you're going to need. It's 40 quid. If you get your 20% discounts and your 5% discounts, you're just getting it over 30 quid. It's a tool that's going to last you a lifetime. Honestly, if I say buy anything, it's going to be the tool. We launched it last year. It flew. We've waited nearly 8 months to get it back in stock. It's now in stock. Hopefully, I've got enough to get us through the Christmas period, but it is that tool that you all do need. Now, I'm going to show you a quick video on how to make a box really quickly. We'll get to the other side. I'll say hello to you all, and then I'll show you a quick video on how to make an envelope, okay? So just give us a few moments and we'll play the video as we speak. Today's video, we're going to use our wonderful envelope and box tool. So you need to check out my other videos if you want a demonstration on the envelope, but this video is concentrating on the box, glueless boxes. Amazing, right? Super, super easy. Don't get overwhelmed by the measurements on here. Once I show you once, you're going to be blown away. So let me show you my tool, which is heavily used, and I've only had it about 2 months. I love my envelope tool. It is wonderful. So let's have a quick talk about it very quickly, and then I'll show you in easy steps of 1, 2 and 3 how we can make the most amazing gift boxes without any glue. totally awesome. Okay, so here are the directions. Once you've done it once, it will be absolutely fine. I just need to do it once, maybe do it once on some plain paper. Try it. If you make any mistakes, there's no loss on your really good paper. Once you've done it once, you'll be good to go. So here is the box instructions, and here is the envelope instructions, which come in the kit, and you also get the tool as well. Couldn't be more easier, but like I say, once you've done it once, you'll be flying through these. So laminate this, put it away, put it in a safe place. But let's get straight into it. So I'm going to go with the easiest one for you all, which I find the easiest one. They're all very easy, but I want a big box. I want boxes for Christmas that I can put a tie in, some socks, some bath bombs, a candle. I want something that's going to be big, and I'll show you a really small one and cute one in a second as well. So I'm going to go for the biggest. So here it says to make a 4x4x4 box, you need a piece of paper that's 12 by 12, and it says you need to score on the start line XL, and you need to score on the diagonal line on XL. Now my start line is here, and you can see it's XL there, and then it says on the diagonal line, which is here, and there's an XL here. So let's do it. I'll do it on the white side so you can see exactly what we're doing here. So I'm going to pop it in my tool, and it says start on the XL, so you can see XL here. So I'm starting on XL here. Okay, punch. I always like to punch first. It's not necessary, but so you remember. So punch, and then you're going to score down and all the way across. Okay, XL line here, get in there and go to there. Easy, right? Twist, go to the XL, punch, don't forget your punch, down and across. And it looks like, oh, it don't look like it's going to work out. Trust me, it will. Did we punch? We did. And then don't forget your XL line. Yeah, turn round, line it back up with my XL line here, punch, down and all the way across. Super easy, guys, honestly. XL. I'm going to make a song for you all, so you all, because I think the song might really help you remember. Twist, line back up, punch, twist, line back up, punch, right? And then we're going to twist again, and then we're going to go to the XL. We're going to punch, line down, all the way across, and XL. And then when you come to twist again, you've already done the punch, can you see? But we need it to look nice on both sides. Can you see how it's got every other one? Every other one. So these need to be punched too. So I'm going to take these little triangle pieces out. I'm just going to pop it back in the tool, line the lines back up with this corner here, and punch those out. So there's one there. There's a little one there, look, which I'm going to line up in my tool. Is there any more? Yep, there's two more. Little triangle here, we need to take him out. And there's a little one here. So you should have to punch 4 extras out, okay, to get those cute corners. And then you'll end up with something that looks like this. So cool, right? But then we want it to be a glueless box. So how do we do that? So we need to connect these 4 corners here, and the tool does that for you. So if you come to where there's a sort of picture image here, you pop it into the tool, right in as far as it will go, push it in and punch, and you get this lovely hook and eye system. Twist, push it in as far as it will go, punch, and you need to do this on all 4 points of your box. Like so. Okay, so let's move this out of the way. Let's show you how we create that box. Now these are going to be wonderful to decorate with tags, big bulky ribbon, whatever you want to do. So let's score it on all of the lines. So, and give them a real good score line so you've got a lovely, neat, crisp box as well. So I did this with a 12 by 12 sheet, but if you want to do a different size, just check what measurements you need for what paper, and then you're literally good to go. The system is the same no matter what size the piece of paper, okay? So I've scored all of the lines, hopefully, but there are these little diagonal lines here. So what I like to do, the way I like to score those, is push this up and give it a pinch on that score line. push and pinch, like so. Push and pinch, push and pinch, push and pinch. Oops, so then it looks like this, and you're like, ooh. So then all we're going to do is bring our sides up, and we're going to connect the hook and eye. So it looks like this, like what's going on there. It looks like a big cracker. And then we're going to pull in our sides here and pull up this side, look. And then we're just going to hook and eye this here. Give it a little bit of a minute. You're like, oops, a daisy. A bit heavy-handed there, Toni. Hook that eye back on there, look. There we go. And then we'll bring this round, and then we're just going to hook these little eyes on here. And you have the most amazing gift box. So this is what I was saying about give it a good score. And then what happens if you end up with boxes that look like no glue required? So you could batch make, you could sell them if you wanted to, pop them in a bag. Look at these ones. Those wonderful pretty papers that we all love, buy, adore. How cool is that? And then we can do some that are less in dimension. So less depth, a little notebook, a little album if you wanted to. What about a little like sample perfume? Or what about maybe Ferrero Rocher, some bath bombs, whatever it may be. So cute gift boxes, which are going to save you a ton of money. The board is totally inexpensive as well. This is going to see you the lifetime of your craft. This is not a throwaway product. This is a product that you're going to reach for every single time you want to personalize any of your gifts. How cool is that? So check out my other videos. I have done one. How cool is that? You know, I had to refresh my memory as well on how to make it myself, because we went so strong with it earlier in the year. If you remember, with your gift boxes and things like that, I was like, I actually need to refresh myself. So if you are watching the show, I hope you enjoyed that, by the way. And if you don't have the tool, probably it's going to be a little investment that's going to see you through your craft. But if you are watching the show, if you can share, we will do some giveaways. If you pop your name underneath the show when we've gone off air as well. We do love to share the love of craft, and I do a whole bunch of giveaways when we do our live shows in our Monday night craft and chat. Now, don't forget, we have Mighty Monday this Monday as well at 1 o'clock. We're going to pick up where we left off with our album as well, and that's a great in-depth class, show, whatever you want to call it, where I really get stuck into the nooks and crooks of craft and maybe help people simplify things that might seem a little bit overwhelming, but we can simplify it and just enjoy craft, right? So I do have a second video for you all as well, which is a quicker one, and it's just to make an envelope. So whilst I get ready with this little demo we're going to do with a brand new Reflection Collection One Day Special, my most favourite, have a look at this little video on how to make the most amazing matching coordinating envelopes to go with your cards and your projects over this Christmas period. Well, today we are going to cover our envelope and box tool. Now, I know you're all probably pros at this by now, but I did want to do a video that you can all refer to if you need to refresh or maybe try something new. This is the video you can come back to time and time again. So it's that wonderful box and envelope maker that makes things so much easier. Okay, it has the box sizes here and the envelope sizes here, and it's just fun and so easy. That makes me very happy. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you mine. So let me just bring mine in here. I'm not going to open this one. So with the tool, it comes as it is straight out of the packet. It comes with your score tool too. It has the extender arm for the larger projects, particularly the boxes. You're going to need this extender arm, and it also comes with the instructional sheet. I would probably say once you've done it once, you're probably not going to need this, but don't throw it away, guys. Make sure you laminate it or save it. So you've got the box and the envelopes there. It is as easy as 1, 2, 3. When I show you once, you're going to be like, I get it, Toni, I totally get it. So you have your boxes sizes here, and I'm going to cover this in a different video, but on the right here we have envelopes, and I think probably you're going to use this the most, but maybe we'll see, because it's so fun with both. And you have your card size, so whatever card size you've made, the paper size you need to cut to, and then you have the score line. It couldn't be more simpler, honestly. It's got rubber feet so it doesn't disappear on your table. So I'm going to make a 5x7 envelope. So 5x7, and it says cut some paper at 9.5 by 9.5. Okay, and then my score line is 4. So if I go to the score line here, okay, it says score, and then they've got inches 1, 2, 3, 4. So I can see the 4 here. So I'm going to do it on the white side so you can see exactly what I'm doing. Okay, I'm going to pop my cardstock in and I'm going to pop it at line 4. Now you only have to line this one up once. Forget about everything else and I'll show you. Okay, so to score it, it is quite simply down here and across here. Now if you're thinking, well, I can't see its score line, it's going to give me a wobbly line, I promise you it won't. So you just put your groove in here and you pull down. So and then you do it here and then you just follow the line all the way across. So there is my first line of my envelope. But to get a pretty envelope you need to punch. Okay, perfect. Then all you're going to do is you're going to twist, and this line, all you're going to do is line it back up with this line here. See this line? First line? I'm going to pop it back in and I've lined it back up with that line down there. And then I'm just going to go across and punch. Twist. Match this line back up to this line. Across. And punch. Twist. Line this line up here. Pop it back in. As you can see, the lines are actually there, so it's there. And then punch. Then I have my envelope. Look at that. So let's show you how we put it together. How easy was that? And then all we do and then we take our tape pen and what I like to do is I like to just tuck in this little tail, not necessary, but I like to, so I'm just going to fold that little tail in there and it just gives me a nicer finish on my card. And then I'm going to bring my board back in, because the beauty about this board is it gives you a nice shot board finish. So up here is your corner punch, so I'm just going to pop this into the corner here, and then I've got a lovely rounded envelope there. So there we go. How beautiful is that? So shall we do a different size together? So that was like the experiment. Let's do one more, just to confirm we know exactly how the system works. Okay, so let's have a look on our envelope board and decide which one we're going to do here. So paper size, let's go, oh gosh, let's do a 5.5 by a 5.5 envelope. So it says paper, you need to do 9 by 9. And you need to score on the 4.5 this time, not 4. Okay, so let's get a 9 by 9 piece of paper. Let's cut that together very quickly. I'll just grab some paper here from my stack. So there we go. I don't think you need to see it twice. You can always go and watch that video yourself. It is attached to the product and it's also available on our YouTube channel. And we always try and give instructional videos where we can. I was like, Tim, kill, I want a demo. He's like, okay, just give me a moment. So you're back to me for some nice demos. Now, I want to touch on the brand new one-day special today, which is that wonderful reflection collection with those stamps. Now, reflection collection, it's got that inbuilt reflection. If you've never heard of it, seen it before, it makes you look fantastic. No technique required. It's all built into that stamp. So let's go through it. Before I do the stamp though, let me show you the 2 paper pads that we have in the show that are reduced that will work incredibly well with. So we have Disco Fever and Creepy Chronicles. So let me show you. So the Disco Fever has all of those lovely disco, but very strictly come dancing with the stars. And you'll be able to just stamp those guys and those girls in the centre of here and already have a lovely card with little to no effort. You just need some black ink, right? Which our black ink is attached to the show. Also, it's a waterproof ink, which is cool. And then we have the Creepy Chronicles, which I said to you, didn't I? I felt the dancers would look cool in front of the mirror, in front of the scenes, the castle, as if they're dancing outside in the dark, you know, those street dancer type vibe ones. Then we have the ombre ones. So all of these are going to work. So if you are wanting to have the experience of, look at those dancers would look cool in that picture. If you are wanting to create cards with pattern papers, these two are in the show, both at $12.99. Okay, so they are linked to the show, so check those out. So let's just move it out of the way. Now, what am I going to do? Right, we've got the stencils 2 star, and I think we'll do 2 quick cards. Shall we? Right, I'm going to do one on the Disco Fever first. Okay, so I'm going to pick, I'm going to go with this one, actually. This one's quite nice. I like this one with the ball in the background. So let's do this one. Now, you have a whole bunch of different dancers in these ones, guys. You have the full gang, the full, what do they call them? Street. They've got a name, haven't they? And then we've got one gentleman on his own and a lady on their own as well. So you can see here, so happy birthday, friends forever, dance like nobody's watching, and friends are family, we choose. So I'm going to use this piece of paper. So let's get our Eureka here. And I'm going to use a stencil on this one too. Why the devil not? Right, shall we do the circle or the star? Let's have a look. So what are we thinking? Oh. So this one. Oh, I can't choose. Oh, why do you have to choose? Why do we have to choose? Let's do the star first, and then we'll do the dancers. So I'll pop it in here. Let's get our star stencil. The cool thing about these stencils as well is you get the mask. So if you just wanted to do like the exterior of the stencil, so you could put the stencil on and do the exterior, so they're dancing inside the star, or you could put colour inside the masked area like so. I think I'm going to do this one. So let's decide where we're doing it first. I think I'm going to do it off to the side a little bit. I'm going to go here. Just because we can, right? So I'm going to get my white ink pad. And I'm going to get a blending brush, of course. So let's get some white in here. So I'm just going to grab some white, tap off the excess, and then let's do a nice star halo on here. Good morning, Tony, says Shannon. Question. Will the box maker make boxes or cards that have a bit of depth on them? It'll make boxes. I'm not sure about what size cards you're thinking about making. It won't do like a 7x7 box or an 8x8. Those are too big. I couldn't exactly tell you what size cards it would do. In fact, let me just grab the what I've got mine here. Let me just grab this one here. So it makes like card sizes, envelopes card size wise. It goes to a 6x8.5 card envelope you can make. 6x8, 4x7, 6x6, and so on and so forth. And then you have box sizes. So you've got a 4x4x4 box, a 4x, so 3.25 inch deep. So let's just see the thinnest one, 1.75 deep is a box. That's about that. If you have cards with dimensions, that's probably as deep as you have. And the deep, let's have a look, 4x4. So you can do a 4x4 card that's 1.75 deep. I hope that helps. Probably not. I've probably confused you all to death now, but at least you can screen grab that now and have a look yourself. See if there's going to be a size on there that's going to work for you. I'm just popping this white halo around this star. Oh, look at that. It looks like a... It's just amazing. I just love it. I love it. So I'm going to make it a little bit whiter. Just go all the way around. So you're happy you've got it as dark or as light as you'd wish. So there we go, that's a bit brighter, isn't it? Oh, Elaine says she's got 200 to make. Oh my crikey. Oh my, oh my. Right, so we have our beautiful star here. So we've got something to go with one of our stamps on there. So let's go with this one first. Let me see which stamp I'm going to use. Now, isn't that just the most amazing stamp? Although I think the guy's serving a better purpose on this one. So I'm going to go with the guy with the hat on his own. Now, I'm thinking if we could just move him up a little bit here. So you'll see which part is the jaded part of your stamp because you'll see it's jaded slightly. I'm just going to move him into the centre a little bit. Shall we go here? Let's go here. So let's stamp in it in black. So I always like to ink up the stamp, the whole thing, and stamp it down. And then I re-stamp the top to make the top darker than the bottom. So let's just ink this up. Because I'm stamping on a white ink as well, might have to do it a few times, but let's just get the detail on first. Let's get the initial. Come on, I mean, I'm going to cover it all again and do it again. That's it. And then what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take the same ink pad and I'm just going to ink up the top of the stamp. I'll just show you here, look, just here. I'm going to ink up the top. Get him super, super black. I made that. You know, did you know I made that? Right, but what you can do is because those stencils have the interior and the exterior, getting carried away now, we know. You can put this back on, like this one, on now, and we could add a halo of a different colour. So I'm going to go black, I think. Just add a dark halo around, so he's super white and vibrant in the centre, but a darker hue around. I'm just going to grab a blending brush. Just get a piece of scrap paper just to ink off here. So just to enhance that star even further, just add this little bit of a halo. Now on this paper on this side, I'm probably not going to see the star, but I'm still going to go around with the colour. Keep sharing the show, guys, if you can, if in all of your little groups, that'd be wonderful. So just go all the way around, take it away and see if you like it. Oh, me, come on. I am so good. Toni, you're wearing your bracelet. Kathy, I am. Are you wearing yours? I've always got one of these on in some colour. I love my bracelets. I really do. It's like a piece of dress jewellery, but it's not dressy, if that makes sense. You can get away with like an everyday. So I hope you're wearing yours, sweetheart. So just try to make it a little bit darker there. Oh, look at that. That is a wow factor card. It really is. Right, so what I'm going to do now is, let's get this onto a card. But what we'll do is we'll do something a little bit different today because it's a bit predictable, isn't it, just putting that straight onto a card. So let's just grab a card blank and we're going to tear this. across the top. So I think I'm going to have to cut this down. So let's just cut this one down. Have I got my guillotine? Yes. Is my coffee cold? No. Have a look. Carol's made over 100 Christmas cards. Had to get them finished before a shoulder. I've had to get them finished before my shoulder operation last week. I hope you're okay, sweetheart. You know, if you are on your own or you need to chat, you have our app, you know, whilst you sat on your own where you can't do much and things like that. Make sure you stay connected. Let's just, let me just measure this very quickly. I'm just making a smaller card here. Just popping this in my guillotine. So the paper, I want to be the same size. That's it. And I'm just going to trim it down a little bit. And then I feel like what we could do is just give this a natural tear across the top. I'll tear it this way. Just stop it from being a little bit predictable, guys. Of course, you can leave it as is. And then I think we might leave the bottom as it is. I'll just grab my tape pen. And in the set as well, we've got some nice, straight, long sentiments, which is really important for this set because the designs are quite high and low. So you need thin sentiments to go with. So let's just pop this on here. Oops. I'm just going to pop it as high as I can up this part so it's torn at the top. And then we have that panel at the base. Just to give us that cute edge on the top there. And then here, in the same set, I'm just going to, excuse me, just going to bring in my Eureka here. Everything's slippy and slidey today. It must be just me. We'll pop this back in here. And then if you look and the sentiment, look, it's so cool. Oh, it just fits perfectly. Look at that. See how the happy birthday goes down by the base? And it's got a beautiful one as well. Friends are the family we choose, which is nice. Oh, she misses crafting. You'll be back at it soon. Just stamp this one down here. And there we have. Ta-da! I mean, how cool is that? Super easy, guys. You can make a ton of these. Stencil all the stars, stamp all the men. Happy birthday. And there we have just a cute card. So I'm just going to move on from that one because we can, right? That was quick, wasn't it? Let's do another. This time, though, let's just use some ink. In case you've not bought the papers, you're not interested in papers, the budget doesn't stretch to papers, you'll all have ink pads, hopefully, right? So let's get the other stencil. And again, you don't have to use your stencils. To create masks, though, like you know your die cuts that you all buy. You buy circles and you buy hexagons and things like that. You could die cut a circle out and use that as a mask. I know it's temporary, it's only a piece of paper. These are longevity. But, you know, if you are crafting on a budget, get your dies out, cut a circle, and then you've got a mask to go around. You do have options. So I'm going to go with just the interior on this one. So let me just grab some paper, some card. I'm going to do it direct onto cards, you know. So let's just do it direct onto here. So this is my card blank. And we'll do the circle high up in the centre like so. And what I am going to do, just to protect myself, is I'm going to just cover the bottom as well, in case I get carried away with my ink and it goes everywhere. Everywhere but. So let's grab a blending brush. Now let's do some nice teals and pinks, eh? I'll just get my Dibby Dabby ink here. I'm not going for a smooth blend because I think I'm going to rattle it with some water, you know. So let's go pink. So let's get some pink. Now these parts here are a little bit delicate, so follow the design to get that sort of, well, they are, oops-a-daisy. They are called stylized because they have this sort of different style, which I love, rather than just a basic circle. I'm just getting some colour in here. You're probably thinking, Toni, that is going to look an absolute hash. It will to start with, but when I've rattled it, because you all know me, when I've rattled it with some water, it'll look awesome. So, you know, just go with it. It's only a piece of paper. It didn't hurt you whilst you were trying to create a card. So let's just get some colour down. So there's a bit of a pink underlay. Let's do a bit of an orange. Just in some places, not in all. So that's orange, and then let's do a little bit of Fandango. So I'm not trying to be too precise, but I am trying to just get a little bit of coverage on there too. And then last one, teal. How do I clean my stencil brushes, says Michelle. I just do this look till it runs clean. And then I go again. That might not be the right way or what you wanted to hear, but I do not spend money on. I cannot. For what? I'll not say I cannot, but I cannot stay with colour families because I'm a nightmare. I just like to craft. I want to enjoy it. So I just, if I dip it in the wrong colour, I just clean it off and then dibby dabby. Start again. So teal now. So a bit of teal on here too. Don't need, I know some people do like thousands of brushes and have the colour coordination. I know people are like that. I'm not. I just clean off the brush that is ready to go in my hand. And I don't want to spend a fortune on brushes, if I'm completely honest. It's I'd rather spend my money on nice papers than loads of brushes and stamps. So a bit more teal here. And I think that's as far as I'm going to go with the teal here. So whilst it's like that, guys, a cool thing to do is get your water. Get your water on your hand. I always do it on my hand. And then like put a puddle of water and then let's give it a little bit of a flick going on here. And then just let the water just do its thing. Like lift the ink a little bit. I'll just make sure my gun's on because I'm going to dry this. And then hopefully we'll be able to lift that ink out of there a little bit just to give us a little bit of texture, dimension. It could look like they're dancing in the snow that way as well. Get my tissues. Oh, here we are. Just going to let it just do its thing first. And then I'm going to dibby dabby it up. So like so. Oh, I've gone over edge, look there. That's what I mean about protecting yourself. Maybe tape yours off. However, if you've got your electric eraser, you could probably rub that back. So let's just try this. You'll watch the white get really white now. 267 people have this stamp in their basket. You know, with not being on TV, I only buy 500. Not 1,000. Just letting this dry. I think I'm going to cut that off, you know. I think I get away with it if I cut that off. Let's just move this for now because I just want to cut that piece off because it really will annoy me. Slowly building your SBM collection. Bless you. So just do it over time. We launch so many products here in the How to Craft Networks. Just do it over time. Don't get carried away. Just do it bit by bit. You know what now? It's like odd. It's like wonky now. Oh. Anyway, we're going to go with it, guys, because I think you all know. I'm going to go with the guys this time. The full... what do they call a dance group? What's it called? There's a word for it. It's doing my head in. I can't think of it. The full, not co-ord. Somebody shout it out to me. They're always on X Factor when they're coming in the big dance groups. What do we call them? Gonna do your head in, isn't it? It is. So now we have our full guys and girls. I can see the jaded part on the stamp, and I'm going to go the whole hog. I'm going to go... where do I do it? So cool. Let's just go about there. You know what, though? If we turned our card... shall we make it look like we intended... yeah, let's do that. Why not? We'll make it look like we intended to have a landscape card, guys. We're going with it. So we're going to do the group half in and half out. A troop, that is a word, but I can't, it's not, that's not the word I'm looking for, not a troop. A troop, a dance troop. Still not the word I'm looking for. But you're right, you're definitely right. Somebody's going to get it. I'll go, as soon as I go off air. So let's stamp these guys. Black ink. 1 second. Oh, I'm trying to open one I've got sealed. I brought this as an example for you. If you're wanting a waterproof ink, I have linked it to the show for you. Squad, dance squad. That's the one, squad. I should know that because my son does gymnastics and he's in the squad. So, yeah, squad, troop. Where's my black ink? Oh, it's here. Getting distracted. So let's ink this one up. So I'm going to ink it all. I'll have to stamp it a few times because I'm using my Eureka in a different way to get a landscape card. So you can all see what I'm doing. Crew. That's it. Well done. Who was that? Shannon. Dance crew. That's it. The crew. That was the one I was looking for. You know, I would have got it as soon as I'd have gone off air. When they go on to like X Factor and, you know, Britain's Got Talent and, you know, America's Got Talent, they're always called the crew. Right, let's have a look at this. Now, this is my crew. So good. Right, I am going to leave that quite jaded and just do the top this time. Dance crew. That's it. So I'm just inking the top here. Oh, I haven't. I think the bottom there. That's because I'm using my Eureka in a different way. It's okay. Let's just get it on and then we'll ink up the top. So I need to ink up the bottom because I'm working in reverse. I'm going to do it again. Getting carried away now. Got distracted. We were playing, well, it wasn't a word game, but it was fun trying to figure out what my mind was working on. Look at that. So now those sentiments are going to work so beautifully. So let's grab out one of our sentiments. Let's ink this up. We can be your crafty crew, Toni. Shannon, you are brilliant when it comes to that. You are so good. Crafty crew. It's going to stick that now. Tim's laughing his head off, Shannon. That's great. Dance like nobody's watching. That is so cool, right? If you have glitter glue, oh, I can't even get that out. That's embarrassing. Tim just ruined my glitter glue. You saw it in the last show, didn't you guys? Let's see if this one's all right. This one's fine. So what I would do with a glitter glue of some form is I would probably just go... Get rid of this now. No need for that. I would probably just do a gold halo all around. Not touching the black stamp part, just in the... And I've got that sparkle going around there as well. And then if you have your white gel pen to hand, I'll try. It's not always, don't always want to play ball, doesn't mind. Probably add a white. If you've got your sparkle pens as well, got lots of options, guys. Probably add a little bit of a white on just to enhance the side here. And then just maybe a little bit on our dancers without ruining my glitter. You keep it as neat as you possibly can. I'm going to leave it at that. Let me just bring in my other one. So with the papers and without, same colour theme. And without the paper. So there you go, 1 day special, 290824 alpha, 18, sorry, that's your stencils, 12.99 if you like the stencils. But the stamp is the stamp, and that's our wonderful reflection collection, which is Friends Forever. I love this set, really different, and it's time to step away from reflection trees and things like that. And so it's nice to have something totally out of the box on this occasion. So if you want to share the show, that would be wonderful, and we will get all of your orders out of the door on Monday. Now, most of our advent calendars are out the door. Some of you may get them today, some of you might get them early next week, so keep me posted on that one. I'm so excited for you all to get those. And don't forget our week ahead. So we have Monday 1 p.m, we have Mighty Monday 6 o'clock craft and chat, Wednesday Deal Hunters, Fridays 1 day specials. I'm hoping to put something else in there as well before the end of the year also. So whatever you're doing, continue to share if you are able, and pop a comment underneath this video when I've gone off air, and we'll do some winner giveaways in our Monday night craft and chat. So whatever you're doing, stay safe, stay cozy, have a wonderful weekend, and I'll see you all very soon. Take care, guys. Bye.